We need to share these lessons with all partners and be able to truly understand what worked, what didn't work, what low-tech solutions actually had amazing outcomes and really reduce morbidity and mortality in ways we never dreamed. We need to really press and we need to listen to these voices of actually absolute incredible practitioners that are practicing right now. They don't have time right now to share, obviously, but when they, we really need to encourage that information share, that information gathering, and that lessons learned and lessons shared environment with our colleagues. And this is absolutely an incredible opportunity for all partner forces, for NATO and for Department of Defense, certainly, to be able to really gain significant insight from the Ukrainian experience.
Yeah, I mean that's such a big part, and is going to be so helpful, just in care altogether, all the way around, is just that documentation and lessons learned. We have that exact problem too, especially after conflict. We lose all that information because people leave and they keep all those little nuggets to themselves, and so that's part of the reason why we have these podcasts, is so that we can save and archive that type of information for future use. So if you are willing, I'm definitely more than happy to be a conduit to at least save information, if not post it, at least save it for others to learn from.
Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. And a shout out actually to the NATO, Military Medical Center of Excellence out in Budapest. They're trying to really drive and push a lot of the lessons learned from pre-hospital medicine, in addition to other partners throughout Europe and North America, and as well as the Thor network. Certainly, really trying to get this information shared and really engage and to provide an environment where people have, where providers have, free open access to share this information. So I second that, and I think that's excellent.
Perfect. So this stuff I didn't plan on including into the podcast, but one of the things that myself and the podcast and Aubric is trying to get some of our educational content, either podcasts or videos and things like that, get those translated into Ukrainian. What other languages, if you were going to try and cover, the Eastern Bloc, what would be the other high yield languages that should be translated, information should be translated into?
Polish, Romanian, Hungarian, Slovak, and Ukrainian. These are the big ones, I think. You can go further on. I think additionally, English, a lot are really focused on English. But when it comes to the acute, as it relates to this focus, really looking at Polish and Romanian are big ones. Having said that, the aggressor, the attacker, the bad guy is Russia. However, there are a lot of Russian speakers in Ukraine. There are a lot of Russian speakers in Moldova. There are a lot of Russian speakers in Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, as there are English speakers in Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. I think really considering and really focusing on Polish and Romanian would be a big move forward. And but the readership in English and the listenership in English is also quite large.
Okay, perfect. Would there be any areas? Obviously, blood and resuscitation with blood, but would there be any other topics that you feel are needed?
Topics as it relates to additional conversation or
training classes, like just packages that I could get translated and hang in a very public place, so that anybody and everybody that wants them can go in and get that and augment training, because it's going to have to be desynchronous.
So damage control resuscitation, CPG, pre-hospital blood, CPG, and more, additional information as it relates to damage control surgery. A lot of surgeons that are performing damage control surgery right now are OBGYNs